Hey, this will be an overview of Thinkcentral Fat Cheetah Lesson 8.3. What we're working on in this lesson is converting units of mass in the metric system, and take a moment to study the conversions for metric units, going from smaller units to larger units or larger units to smaller units. This is metric mass, so think about things that might weigh like about 2 pounds is about a kilogram, just to give you some point of reference. So that would be about 2 pounds for a kilogram. Metric units of mass used to measure objects. You might want to Google some common units of measurement of mass. The most basic units, though, are grams, kilograms, and then also in science sometimes they go as small and they measure in milligrams, but you usually don't see the other units of measurement. Let's remember our place value chart, because that's really all you do when you're converting units of measurements. King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. He gets sick, I think, on that. So you got kilo, hecto, deca, the unit, which would be grams, liters or meters, decigrams, centigrams, and milligrams. But as I said before, you're pretty much just using these three units when you convert masses. So let's get into the book. I'm only going to do the odd ones because it takes too long to do the other ones. So on the first problem, you're asking to convert a gram to a milligram. So a gram is larger than a milligram, so you're converting large to small. And when you're going from a larger unit to a smaller unit, you're going to multiply. So second one, you're going milligrams to grams, so you're going a smaller unit to a larger unit, so you're going to divide, and you're going from milligrams to the unknown one. We're not sure what that is, but you're definitely going from a smaller unit, because there's more of them, to a larger unit because there's less of them. So you're also going to be dividing. And then grams to milligrams, number 9, milligrams to grams, number 11, kilograms to grams. So go ahead and solve these problems for you. Number 1, they're asking you to convert 3 grams into milligrams. So 0.003 grams. So this is 0.003 grams, and when you convert it to milligrams, you're going to move it over once, twice, 3 times, put the decimal point over there. So you end up with 3 milligrams. So 0.003 grams is 3 milligrams. You're basically dividing or multiplying by a factor of 1,000. Number 2, it is 25 milligrams, and you're going to be asked to convert those to, let's see, 25 milligrams, you're going to grams. So you're going from this place value section over 1, over twice, over 3 times. If you put your decimal point in there, and you'd end up with 0.025 grams. So 25 milligrams is the same as 0.025 grams. You could look at it that way too. You could also say 25 divided by 1,000, and that would give you 25 thousandths. So that is another way to look at it. This time you're converting from, let me check the problem, it looks like 294 milligrams into what? So if you have 294 milligrams, that's the same as 0.294 watt. So if you're moving that decimal place from there to there, then that would be, you're converting the milligrams into grams. Next problem, they're asking you to take 13.7 grams and convert those into milligrams. So it's pretty simple. You just go from your grams, slide it over once, twice, 3 times, multiply by 1,000, and you end up with 13,700 milligrams. So 13.7 grams is the same as 13,700 milligrams. 8,240 milligrams is the same as how many grams? And that would be dividing by 1,000, so you get 8.24. 8.24 grams is the same as 8,240 milligrams. Final one, you're going from kilograms to grams. You have 0.43 kilograms. So 0.43 kilograms, move it over once, twice, 3 times. That would be the same as 430 grams. Okay? All right, let's get into some problem solving. Well, first let me check the answers on those. All right, so I'll go ahead and check my answers. First one I got 3. And that was correct. Second one was 25. That's correct. Third one was grams. That's correct. Fourth one was 13,700. 8.24. And 430. So I'll see if I'm right. Yes. 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 A plus for me. Alright, let's get into some multi-step problem solving. It's pretty hard. Make sure you're drawing models. So let's unpack the problem. Start off with 5 kilograms of potatoes, 2 kilograms of onions. Hero plans to use 3.25 kilograms of potatoes, 550 grams of onions for a recipe. How many total kilograms of the produce will not be used? So what we're trying to do is figure out what is not going to be used. I went ahead and set up my part whole model showing that I have 5 kilograms and 2 kilograms of the potatoes and the onions. Next step is to figure out what am I missing. So I'm missing these two things here. I know I used 3.2 kilograms of potatoes out of 5.5 kilograms of potatoes, and I know I used 550 grams of onions out of 2 kilograms of onions. So first thing I want to do is convert 550 grams into kilograms. So if my grams are going here, I'm going to divide it by 1,000, or do a triple shift to the left with my decimal point, and that leaves me with 55 hundredths kilograms, or 0.55 kilograms. So once I have that, I plug all that into my model. I know that I had 0.55 kilograms, and that would, out of 2, so that would give me a difference of 1.45 onions not used, and out of the 5 kilograms of potatoes, I had 1.75 not used, because 3.25 and 1.75 equals 5. Adding those up, I add up those numbers, and I get 0, carry the 1, 12, 3.20, 3.20 ingredients total was not used, so the answer should be 3.2 kilograms. Problem 15, I'm just doing the odd problems. Jerry had 200 grams of peanuts, 350 grams of raisins, 735 grams of pretzels. He wants to use 2 kilograms of the trail mix. How many more grams of ingredients will I need? So it's my part whole model right here. Peanuts, raisins, and pretzels out of 2 kilograms. So all those things added up will be 2 kilograms. But I put in the numbers here. I have 200 grams, 350 grams, and 730 grams, and the difference between those numbers and 2 will be the amount of more ingredients in grams that he will need to make the trail mix. So I add up all those numbers and I get 1,285 grams. I have to change grams to kilograms because I'm going to compare them to the 2 kilogram total. So 1,285 grams is the same as 1 and 285 thousandths kilograms. So I subtract 1.285 from 2. Make sure you are annexing zeros to hold the place values, and subtract, and you get 0.715 kilograms. of more ingredients he would need to make the trail mix. Final problem. Mr. Frank, 1.03 kilograms of fertilizer for plants. He wants every plant to get 95 milligrams of fertilizer 4 times a year. So right off the bat, you're going to have to know that 95 4 times will give you the amount for each plant in the year in milligrams. So you've got to figure out how many plants he can fertilize with 1.03 kilograms. Notice you got kilograms, and you're going to need to convert that into milligrams in order to figure it out. So we're looking for two answers: how many plants will he use, and also how much fertilizer is left over. Setting up the problem, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change my kilograms into milligrams. So 1.03 kilograms is the same as, I shift that all the way over, each category 1,030,000 milligrams. So now I figure out what each plant needs for the year. So 95 milligrams 4 times. I did a place value section model here, and I ended up with 380 milligrams for each plant. So I have 1,030,000 milligrams of fertilizer. Each plant needs 380, so I'm going to divide to figure out how many plants. I did the long division here, and it ended up with 2,710 with a remainder of 200 milligrams. So he can fertilize 2,710 plants, and there will be 200 milligrams left over. All right, finally I want to check my answers because I don't know if I got these right, but I will check now. So for number 13, I had 3.2 kilograms of produce. Let's see what I got. For 13, 3.2 kilograms of produce. Excellent. For number 15, 715, and number 17, 270. So I got that right. Let me check 715 milligrams for number 15. So 715 grams, let me check number 15. I think I made a mistake because I think I left it as kilograms. Yeah, I left it as kilograms, so I need to change that back into grams. So to do that, I move that over 3 times, and I get 715 grams. All right, that's lesson 8.2. It's complicated stuff in terms of drawing models and making sure you're going step by step. But be patient, draw a lot of pictures, and you'll get it. Make sure you be your best self.